everybody, welcome to J Stern Designs and welcome to Quick Tip Tuesday. Today I'm being true to my word and I'm doing a really quick tip because we're having another heat wave and my room is upstairs and I had to turn the fan off when I started to shoot and it's really warm in here. So I've come up with a really fun quick tip for today that I can do lickety split and then go back downstairs where it's cooler. I don't know if you're aware, but I teach a class on pattern review called Put It on the Bias. And basically that's a class that's all about sewing garments that were designed on the bias grain line. And the ribbon skirt that I designed comes free with the class in a digital download. I had a flurry of signups for it this month and someone emailed me and asked me about where they could get the cut through elastic that I use in the class. And I thought it'd be fun just to do a quick how to use this elastic and also how you can find it at my website after this afternoon, so I'll finally put it up in my store so it'll be available. But this elastic is my favorite elastic to use, and the reason why I like it is because it comes in different widths. Mine happens to be 2 inches wide, and you can cut it down to any width you want. Right, so that's the cool thing about it, and that's why I almost exclusively use it in my waistbands when I'm sewing them in with a serger so they don't roll, and I can really customize the width of the waistband. So I just want to show you, how to use it and why it's so cool. So you can see here I've got black and white in my 2-inch wide elastic. I'm going to get the black one out of the way, and what I'll do is I'm going to measure out a length that will be a usable amount for me. Now, usually when I go to measure a waistband, I don't follow the guide that comes with the pattern if there is one. Basically what I do is I just wrap it around and I wrap it around myself and I snug it in so it's, slightly snugger than I think I'm gonna need, but that is comfortable. And that's how I picked the length of my waistband. So I'm just gonna cut it off where I measured so I can customize the width of this and then use it later when I'm making something that has an elastic waistband. All right, 2 inches is really wide. And I don't think, there are times I may have a waistband that would be that wide, but in most cases I like to do 1 inch or sometimes even 3/4 of an inch. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna take my pen and I'm just gonna put a dash as a guide along my elastic that's 1 inch in, and what that's going to do is it's going to give me a visual guide as to which one of these rows I'm going to trim my elastic down in. You don't have to make a guide, you certainly don't have to make these dashes, but I find that it makes it easier to consistently cut across in the same groove or the same row that this elastic is made out of. So what I'm going to do is let me just put a few dashes in here. And I'm just using the inch mark on my ruler. I'm just doing just a few. Okay, so now I've got a guide that I can follow. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rotary cutter and I'm just going to start cutting along the row where my mark is. And I'm just going to consistently follow that ridge in the elastic. Like that. And I'm just going to go across. I really don't need to use my ruler when I'm cutting because it's pretty easy to follow the same row once you get going. All right, so notice now I have 2 waistbands out of the 1 inch, 2 1-inch waistbands, and notice that the cut edge does not fray or unravel. So anyway, so that's how you cut through this, and then you would just use it like any other elastic. It's really cool. You can sew through it, you can serge it into the top of knit pants and skirts, and then flip it down and stitch it in place. So that's my quick tip for today. I know it's not super exciting, but it is a cool elastic and it's easy to use. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is my new class I'm working on for pattern review, and it's going to be different necklines for the T pattern, and I showed you one last week and I just wanted to show you another one. I know this looks a little risque, but basically I just wanted to show you the top portion of this neckline And it's going to be, it's sort of a wrapped front, like crisscross. I'll just unpin it to show you. You know, it's got the two sides, and then it's going to, you know, obviously it's going to connect in the middle when you sew it to the lower bodice. So this is just another one of the versions that I'm working on, and I should have that completed pretty soon, within the next, you know, week or two. So I'm really excited about that as well. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have any questions about this elastic or anything else, you can post it below, or you can visit me at jsterndesigns.com. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay cool. Stay cool.